Do you remember the first time you watched a Charlie Brown Christmas? I bet you do. For me, it was the very first episode way back in 1965 when I was just 9 years old. And you know what struck me then and still touches my heart to this day is that famous scene where Linus recites those fabulous lines from Luke chapter 2. But what I didn't know until this year is that there's a hidden message in that scene. Did you know that? And the message is really profound and timely, not just for the Christmas season, but all year long. And you know what? Today we're going to take a peek at it. Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. It's your Monday morning moment. Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. Hey, well, good Monday morning, everybody. That's right. It's the Monday before Christmas. Santa Claus is coming to town. I hope you're all ready. Well, most of you probably already know that the late, great Charles Schulz was the creator of the Peanuts comic strip that we all know and love so much. But were you aware that he was also a man with a deep, strong faith? So, back in 1965, when CBS approached him about doing a Christmas special, he said, "No problem, as long as I can include the story of the birth of Jesus." That's right. So the rest is history, and every year since 1965, we've been blessed to be able to hear and see Linus tell us what Christmas is all about. But hidden within his eloquent oratory is a powerful message that you may have missed. And guess what? It has everything to do with his blanket. So Linus is the kid that takes a security blanket with him wherever he goes. It's attached to his hip, and no matter where he is or what he's doing, he never lets go of it. I think his sister Lucy at some point in the story tries to take his blanket away from him, but he is having none of it. And it's with him, naturally, as he moves to center stage to begin his remarkable speech. But something happens about halfway through that maybe you never noticed before. At the exact moment that he gets to the words, "Fear not," he lets go of his blanket, and it drops to the stage floor. If you blink, you're going to miss it. But several seconds later, you do see his security blanket laying there on the floor next to him. And what seems like an innocent moment is really a powerful message that speaks volumes about the true meaning of Christmas. And here's what that says. Because of the birth of Jesus, we no longer have to rely on anything of this world to make us feel secure. Linus shows that to all of us and shows us that we can all fear not because Jesus is our Emmanuel, our God with us. Now, those of you with astute observational skills will accurately point out that once he's done, Linus does reach out and pick up his blanket again. But he's not done letting go of it. Remember, in the midst of all the shiny artificial trees, Charlie Brown chooses the least of these. It's a small, wooden, spindly tree. It ain't pretty. Later, when the weight of an ornament makes it bend over sideways, Charlie Brown fears he's killed it. But then Linus takes his blanket and once again lets go of it to wrap it around the base of the tree. You remember that? And then he says, maybe it just needs a little love. And in that moment, the little tree stands tall and strong. So what's the takeaway for today? All right, I got two things I'd like you to consider today. First, during the holiday season, and actually the year ahead, always remember that because Jesus came into the world, we no longer have to live our lives in fear. In fact, we can confidently move forward knowing that Jesus has always got our backs. In fact, if you embrace him, well, you're just going to feel the peace and joy that the Christmas season brings, and you're going to feel it all year long. That's right. Second, in John 13:34, Jesus commands us to love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. And you know, I think giving up something that's important to you to give to someone else is a true measure of love, isn't it? I mean, Linus was a perfect example of that when he gave up his beloved blanket to help the tree, and look what happened to the tree. So, always remember, no matter how broken or secure someone in your circle may appear, showing them a little love is going to make all the difference, and not just in this holiday season, but beyond. And that's a wrap. Friends and neighbors, I hope the good Lord blesses you this Christmas season, and as always, may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times and in every way. The Lord be with all of you. Now, we're going to be back next week. We got some announcements to make, a little teaser there, so I hope you come back. And until then, stay strong, keep the faith. We'll see you next time.